taking on the Cleveland Browns. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They go play action now. Graham. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Let's go, defense.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. You look at this Browns defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Second and 6. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They defer to Brown to start the drive, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Graham here from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Graham will throw. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. When you look at this defense, they're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was 3rd down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to 1st down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a 1st down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On play action, Graham. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Now Graham on 3rd and long. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll hit Jackson, complete. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. They go play action with Graham. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll air this one out for Mims. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Okay, so he stepped foot out of bounds. Charles came back in first to touch it, and they got him for illegal touching.
Yeah, and you know it doesn't matter either, Brandon. Catch it, don't catch it. If you're the first to touch it, that's going to draw a flag.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. Rager, the man in motion. They'll try and throw for it with Graham. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Browns at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now it's Graham. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Mims in motion right. Here's Graham to throw it. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Rager, the man in motion. They are going on 4th down. Graham. And It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. To the outside, this is complete to Jackson. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this is caught inside the 5. And touchdown. A great effort there. 39 yards. And the Bulldogs are an extra point away from drawing level. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense and more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
3rd down from the gun, Graham. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. It's done. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's done. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. In motion left, Godwin. They'll throw now on the final play. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mike Evans. As time expires in the first half. And the Bulldogs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
One-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Done. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down, it's done. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On third down, done. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. In motion left, Godwin. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's done. And he'll go down at the 28. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Touchdown! A great play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bulldogs go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 21-7. Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Graham. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You words every time we hear that. things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
2nd and 9 now. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Troy Pride. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Graham going to set up to throw. Open man is Denzel Mims. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
From the gun, it's Graham. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, here's Graham. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it. One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. To throw once more, here is Graham. Flush to his right. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much? I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat. Brown once more. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time. Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone. And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity. Brown will score. Touchdown, Cleveland.
He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
2nd and 10. Now back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's done. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now a handoff up the middle. It's done. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. He hasn't really had a game to remember, but that conversion right there is something to hang his hat on late.
It certainly is. And in these situations, what you're really looking for is the guy who's not worried about his stats, not worried they didn't get 100 yards in a game, but will make that dirty, gritty run that you have to close the game out, as we just saw there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking downfield for Godwin. That is intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
This is 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Here's Brown on 2nd down. There he goes, left side. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now 1st and goal. He's back to throw. On the move to his left. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now they'll audible to something else. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
All 3 timeouts remain. How much that'll matter remains to be seen. It's 1st and 10. And his throw here's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
The dog pound barking as loud as they can here. 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete to Otten. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Now a first throw here in overtime. It's caught by Jackson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. Well, in overtime, I think Coach is always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash? What do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And now they'll shift things around. On first down, done. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. On 2nd down now. It's done. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll look to throw. Otten brings it in over the middle. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line. Jonathan Allen able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. 3rd down and 13. They're going to look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. Gano's kick is good, and they have regained the lead. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone, because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
On 2nd down, here's Graham. Able to find Mims. And he'll have a quick first down here as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll throw on 1st down with Graham. He'll air this one out for Mims. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Desmond King picks it. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one,